Toss-up 1. Math. Short answer. If log base 10 of 100 to the power of 2x equals 2, what is the value of x? Answer, 1/2. Bonus 1. Math. Short answer. Simplify the following expression: secant squared of 3 pi over 4 minus cosecant squared of pi over 4 minus cosine squared of 4 pi. Answer, -1. Toss-up 2. Chemistry. Short answer. What is the electron configuration of chromium? Answer: 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s1, 3d5. Bonus 2. Chemistry. Short answer. Baeyer-Villiger oxidation is used to transform a ketone into what functional group? Answer: ester. Toss-up 3. Physics. Multiple choice. A box is sitting on a ramp with a coefficient of static friction of 0.7. Which of the following is closest to the smallest ramp angle for which the box will begin to slide down the ramp? W, 30 degree, X, 35 degree. Y, 45 degree. Z, 60 degree. Answer, X, 35 degree. Bonus 3. Physics. Multiple choice. Assuming that 1 atmosphere equals 1.01 times 10 to the power of 5 pascals and the density of water is 1000 kilograms per cubic meter, at what depth of water will the absolute pressure be 10.8 times the atmospheric pressure? W, 10.1 meters, X, 101 meters. Y, 1010 meters. Z, 10.1 kilometers. Answer, X, 101 meters. Toss-up 4. Earth and space multiple choice. Which of the following is closest to the percentage of incoming solar radiation that is absorbed by the ocean and land? W, 5%, X, 15%. Y, 20%. Z, 50%. Answer: Z, 50%. Bonus 4. Earth and space multiple choice. In which of the following silicate groups of minerals does olivine belong? W. Nesosilicates, X. Inosilicates. Y. Sorosilicates. Z. Phyllosilicates. Answer: W. Nesosilicates. Toss-up 5. Biology. Multiple choice. Eukaryotic genes are composed of introns and exons. Which of the following eukaryotes would have the shortest intron size? W. Mice, X. Fruit flies. Y. Humans. Z. Yeast. Answer. Z. Yeast. Bonus 5. Biology. Short answer. In the production of mammalian proteins, the first amino acid in the polypeptide sequence is almost always the same amino acid. What is this amino acid that is prevalent in almost all proteins? Answer. Methionine. Toss-up 6. Energy multiple choice. Which of the following has long been considered the upper theoretical percentage limit for solar cell efficiency? W. 24.5%, X. 33.7%. Y. 41.2%. Z. 62.8%. Answer. X. 33.7%. Bonus 6. Energy multiple choice. What property of hydrogen makes water a good neutron moderator? W. It has a small neutron scattering cross-section, X. It has a large neutron scattering cross-section. Y. It is fissile. Z. It evaporates at 373 Kelvin. Answer. X. It has a large neutron scattering cross-section. Toss-up 7. Math. Short answer. What is the probability that at least one head appears in 4 tosses of a fair coin? Answer. 15/16. Bonus 7. Math. Short answer. What is the inner product of the vectors -4i plus 3j plus 5k and 3i minus 6j plus 7k? Answer. 5. Toss-up 8. Chemistry. Multiple choice. Which of the following is true of spontaneous processes at constant temperature, volume, and pressure? W. Gibbs and Helmholtz free energies increase, X. Gibbs free energy increases, Helmholtz free energy decreases. Y. Gibbs and Helmholtz free energies decrease. Z. Gibbs free energy decreases, Helmholtz free energy increases. Answer. Y. Gibbs and Helmholtz free energies decrease. Bonus 8. Chemistry. Short answer. Identify, respectively, the dominant intermolecular force that has the greatest effect on the following 4 molecules: 1. Methane, 2. Benzoic acid, 3. Hydrogen chloride gas, and 4. Ferric sulfide. Answer 1. London dispersion, 2. Hydrogen bonding, 3. Dipole, 4. Ionic. Toss-up 9. Physics. Short answer. In order to play a low C followed by a high C, one octave up, on a violin string, the violinist must increase the frequency of the string by what factor? Answer: 2. Bonus: 9. Physics. Short answer. A large water rocket is in the process of taking off. It is noted that when the rocket weighs 600 newtons and has an exhaust speed of 5 meters per second that it doesn't leave the ground, and it also ceases to apply a force on the ground. What must be the volume flow rate of the exhaust in liters per second? Answer: 120. Toss-up: 10. Earth and space multiple choice. Most solar radiation is emitted in short wavelengths. Visible wavelengths fall in which of the following ranges in micrometers? W, 0.1 to 0.4. X, 0.4 to 0.7. Y, 0.7 to 1.0. Z, 1.0 to 1.3. Answer: X, 0.4 to 0.7. Bonus: 10. Earth and space. Short answer. What is the word used to describe pebbles in a river that are overlapping and dip in the upstream direction? Answer: imbrication. Toss-up: 11. Biology. Short answer. During which phase of interphase does expression of proteins needed to prepare for DNA replication increase? Answer: G1. Bonus: 11. Biology. Multiple choice. Brine shrimp are able to survive in wide ranges of salinity. Which of the following phrases is not true regarding their osmoregulation when placed in a tank of saline? W. Osmoconformation, body fluid osmolarity is equivalent to osmolarity of saline in which they are swimming, X. Osmoregulation, body fluid osmolarity is kept at an osmolarity different from the osmolarity of saline in which they are swimming. Y. Hyperosmoregulation, body fluid osmolarity is kept higher than osmolarity of saline in which they are swimming. Z. Hypoosmoregulation, body fluid osmolarity is kept lower than osmolarity of saline in which they are swimming. Answer: Y. Hyperosmoregulation, body fluid osmolarity is kept higher than osmolarity of saline in which they are swimming. Toss-up: 12. Energy. Short answer. In an isothermal system, what is one way that one can increase the number of interactions of a gas with a solid surface? Answer: increase pressure. Bonus: 12. Energy. Multiple choice. If yellow light has a wavelength of 550 nanometers, which of the following colors and associated wavelengths of light in nanometers is most energetic? W. Violet, 700, X. Green, 500. Y. Red, 500. Z. Red, 700. Answer: X. Green, 500. Toss-up, 13. Math. Multiple choice. What is the general solution to the differential equation dy dx equals 2x plus 1? W, y equals x squared plus x plus c, x, y equals 1 over 2 times x squared plus c. Y equals 2 plus c. Z, y equals 2x plus c. Answer. W, y equals x squared plus x plus c. Bonus, 13. Math. Short answer. Simplify, x to the power of 1/2 times open parenthesis x to the power of 1/2 plus x to the power of 1/2 close parenthesis. Answer, 2x. Toss-up, 14. Chemistry. Short answer. In lab, you have patented the creation of a metallic radioactive isotope called science-bollium-23. But, after a period of time, the sample radioactively decays into oxygen-16, where it becomes a gas and dissipates into the atmosphere. You create a sample of science-bollium and weigh it as 500 grams. Exactly 4 days later, you weigh the sample at 62.5 grams. How many hours long is the half-life of science-bollium-23? Answer, 32. Bonus, 14. Chemistry. Short answer. What is the bond order of the nitrogen-oxygen bond in the nitrate anion? Answer, 1.33. Toss-up, 15. Physics. Multiple choice. Two satellites of masses m1 and m2, where m1 equals 4m2, are deployed in circular orbits of the same radius in the gravitational field of Earth. What is the ratio of their linear speeds v1 over v2? W, 1 over 4, x, 1. Y, 2. Z, 4. Answer, x, 1. Bonus, 15. Physics. Multiple choice. Assuming h equals 6.63 x 10 to the power of negative 34 joule seconds, what is the approximate energy of a photon in joules in a 1000 nanometer light beam? W, 2 times 10 to the power of negative 19 E6, 2 times 10 to the power of negative 18. Y, 2 times 10 to the power of negative 17. Z, 4 times 10 to the power of negative 18. Answer. W, 2 times 10 to the power of negative 19. Toss-up, 16. Earth and space short answer. What type of front travels at about 30 miles per hour and has a slope of about 1 to 100? Answer. Cold. Bonus, 16. Earth and space short answer. What is the name of the deepest lake in Africa that was formed from continental rifting? Answer. Lake Tanganyika. Toss-up, 17. Biology. Multiple choice. A type of albinism in the Hopi Native American population is caused by mutation of the OCA2 gene. If the dominant form of the gene gives a person normal pigmentation, then which of the following genotypes would result in albinism? W. Heterozygous codominance, X. Homozygous dominant. Y. Homozygous recessive. Z. Heterozygous incomplete dominance. Answer. Y. Homozygous recessive. Bonus, 17. Biology. Short answer. Identify all of the following 5 choices that are diploid: 1. Spermatogonium, 2. Spermatids, 3. Secondary spermatocyte, 4. Primary spermatocyte, 5. Mature sperm cells. Answer: 1, 4. Toss-up, 18. Physics. Multiple choice. In order to see a full height image of your body, the vertical size of a mirror should be at least which of the following? W. 1/4 of your height, X. Half of your height. Y. Your height. Z. Twice your height. Answer: X. Half of your height. Bonus, 18. Physics. Multiple choice. A mass spectrometry experiment is performed with a magnetic field of 0.2 newtons per ampere meter and an electric field of 3.0 times 10 to the power of 5 volts per meter. What is the speed of the ions? W. 750 meters per second, X. 1500 meters per second. Y. 150 kilometers per second. Z. 1500 kilometers per second. Answer. Z. 1500 kilometers per second. Toss-up, 19. Math. Multiple choice. What is the derivative of y equals 3x plus 1 quantity squared? W. 18x plus 6, x, 18x. Y. 6x plus 1. Z. 6x plus 2. Answer. W. 18x plus 6. Bonus, 19. Math. Short answer. What is the equation, in slope-intercept form, of the perpendicular bisector of the line segment with endpoints 4, 5, and -6, 8? Answer. Y equals -5 times x plus 4. Toss-up, 20. Chemistry. Multiple choice. At high temperatures, nitrogen, N2, and oxygen, O2, gases react to form nitric oxide, NO, in a highly endothermic process. In a closed vessel, the 3 compounds form an equilibrium. Which of the following changes to the vessel will result in the production of more NO? W. Addition of helium at constant volume, X. Adding a catalyst. Y. Increasing the temperature of the vessel. Z. Removing oxygen from the vessel. Answer. Y. Increasing the temperature of the vessel. Bonus 20. Chemistry. Short answer. Dinitrogen tetroxide is a powerful oxidizer and can be used with hydrazine fuels to propel rockets. What is the point group of dinitrogen tetroxide? Answer. D2H. Toss-up 21. Physics. Multiple choice. A light ray passes from air, and 1 equals 1.00, to 3 layers of the human eye, cornea, and 2 equals 1.33, lens, and 3 equals 1.41, and vitreous humor, and 4 equals 1.33. The speeds of light in these mediums are, respectively, v1, v2, v3, v4. Which of the following must be true about the relationships between the speeds of light in the different media? W, v1 less than v2 less than v3 less than v4 is x is v4 less than v3 less than v2 less than v1. Y, v3 less than v2 and v4 less than v1. Z, v2 less than v3 and v1 less than v4. Answer. Y, v3 less than v2 and v4 less than v1. Bonus 21. Physics. Short answer. 2 satellites are orbiting in circular orbits of radii r1 and r2 around a planet, where r1 equals 4 r2. What is the ratio of their periods of revolutions t1 over t2? Answer, 8. Toss-up, 22. Earth and space. Short answer. What international agreement, initially drafted in 1987, was designed to phase out production of chlorofluorocarbons that cause damage to the stratospheric ozone layer? Answer. Montreal Protocol. Bonus 22. Earth and space. Multiple choice. The shells of which of the following zooplankton groups are used in carbon-14 dating of ocean sediments? W. Polycystina, X. Foraminifera. Y. Acantheria. Z. Ciliata. Answer, X. Foraminifera. Toss-up, 23. Biology. Short answer. If there are 2 alleles for the gene encoding size, and if the frequency of the big size allele, B, in a population of warthogs is 0.4, then what is the frequency of the small size allele, B, assuming Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium? Answer, 0.6. Bonus 23. Biology. Short answer. Arrange the following 4 groups from the taxa containing the largest number of known living species to the group containing the least. 1. Amphibians, 2. Mammals, 3. Fishes, 4. Birds. Answer, 3, 4, 1, 2. Toss-up, 24. Energy multiple choice. The Bakken oil/gas field is estimated to contain up to 24 billion barrels of oil. In which of the following states, among others, is it located? W. North Dakota, X. Oklahoma. Y. Pennsylvania. Z. Texas. Answer. W. North Dakota. Bonus, 24. Energy multiple choice. A DOE geothermal research project has established the effectiveness of enhanced geothermal systems, EGS, for utilizing geothermal energy for the generation of electricity. Using this approach, which of the following percentages of total U.S. current generating capacity could be generated with EGS? W. 5%, X. 15%. Y. 25%. Z. 50%. Answer. Z. 50%. Toss-up, 25. Biology. Multiple choice. Which of the following animals would have the highest levels of myoglobin in their muscle? W. American pronghorn, X. Human being. Y. Weddell seal. Z. Kangaroo rat. Answer. Y. Weddell seal. Bonus, 25. Biology. Multiple choice. Some virus species can infect an individual host more than once because they change the shape of molecules exposed on the surface of their virions so that they are no longer recognized by the host's immunological memory. The influenza virus can make sudden and drastic changes in these molecules due to a phenomenon called reassortment. Which of the following contributes to the process of reassortment? W. Widely varying strains of influenza, X. The diversity of animals infected by influenza. Y. The segmented genome found in influenza. Z. The lack of effective antivirals against influenza until recently. Answer. Y. The segmented genome found in influenza.